Hello, hello. Hi, it's me, Pauline, and I'm back. After being away for God knows how long, we're not going to talk about that. But yeah, I'm back and welcome back to my channel. This is episode 2 in the series where I play Doki Doki Literature Club for the first time in 2024. And last episode, we left off with Yuki. Let me see if I get this right. We left off with Yuki giving us some insight on how to be a better poet altogether. She gave us some really good insight, actually. Poetry is not easy, writing is hard, as if I actually write any of this. Anyway, let's hop into it. Enough with the chit chat, right? Let's just continue. We still have to show our poem to the 3 girls, being Sayori, Natsuki, and Monica, and also get their feedback about and also read their poems. Oh, and another thing, last video, I noticed that I was not playing the game correctly. I was supposed to be going into the game with a club member in mind. I didn't do that. I missed the whole point of the game. So this time around, I'm going to go into the mini game if I get another mini game where I write something, that is. I'm going to go into the mini game with a club member in mind and then choose the corresponding words that way. All right. This is Doki Doki Literature Club Part 2. I hope we get progress this time. All right. Whose poem do I want to see next? Let's see. Sayori's poem. I'm basically just going in order, honestly. Oh my goodness. This is so good, Popo. I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. The voices are back, everyone. I'm not getting rid of the voices. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. I'm too committed to the voices at this point to want to even think about getting rid of them. I'm sorry if you hate the voices. Well, maybe that's why. Because I had no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. She's just telling you wrote a good poem. Like, not everyone's gonna be like Yuri, who's insanely thoughtful and has great insight all the time. Oh, are you sure you don't like it just because I wrote it? Huh? Well, I'm sure that that's part of it. I think I understand you better than a lot of other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Popo poem. Oh, okay, it's fine, I guess. And that makes it feel extra special. Like I can feel your feelings in it. She just likes it because we're the ones who wrote it. She's not trying to be a poetic critic. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori. That is weird, to be honest. It is a little weird. If I, gave someone a piece of writing I wrote, I guess not everyone's gonna give you good feedback, or everyone knows how to give you good feedback, right? Let's give her a break. It's whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm really happy just that you wrote one. It just reminds me of how you're really a part of the club now. Not to mention that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Popo. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. How reassuring, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. I'm not sure if I see the full picture of this guy's motive, of our motive. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Oh, the picture's forming. Knowing how much this means to her and all. Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now you read my poem too, right? Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. She can't be that bad. Like, how bad can she be? She's been in this club for a while. I'm sure that she's picked up on a couple of things. We'll see about that. Let's channel Sayori. Dear sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me. Stop, this is too adorable. Kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you too. Oh, okay. Thought she was gonna say she doesn't trust the sun.
Say it.
Vampire.
Sayori's a vampire. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I'm not mad. I don't know, it kind of sounds like you're mad. I want breakfast. Okay, the last bit is random. I want breakfast. Oh, no, it's not that random, considering it's the morning, the sun has just come out, and she wants to eat her breakfast. Literally breakfast time. Okay. Sayori, this is just a guess, but do you wait until morning to write this? You know, she did the assignment. It doesn't matter how quickly she did it. No? Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. Says who? Why not? Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Gee. Don't be mean. Yeah, we have no right to be saying this right now because we're new here. Our poem could not have been that great. I still tried my best. Yeah. I didn't mean to say that it was a bad poem. It came out nice, or how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially that last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late to school? It's bad to skip breakfast. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there is no point in arguing. Anyway, thanks for showing me. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever. Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Okay. That was Sayori. Sayori's was pretty brief. Monica, the leader of the club. Let's see what she wrote. Hi, Popo. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good. Glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Ahaha! Don't worry, Popo. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of behavior that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monica my pen. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayori would like. Spot on. Sayori loved our poem. She even hugged it and everything. I need to be serious. Oh my god, why do I lack seriousness? Is that so? You and Sayori are really good friends, right? When did this become about Sayori? Ma'am, I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sorts of things in common.
Well, we may be good friends, but Sari and I are actually really different.
Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks about you, it sounds like the two of you really care about each other's well-being. Can't knock her for that one. That's very true. Sayori does always have the player or our best interest at heart. This is true. Even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you'd think. So I think that the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem,
You sure you're not reading into it too much?
right? I could be.
At least she admits to it.
Oh gosh, I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too?
Yeah, that's totally unexpected.
Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experiment a little bit either.
I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. I could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this.
That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone wants to write. Very cute. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything.
Oh,
The switching really isn't easy. Also, I'm a bit crusty. I'm a bit out of practice. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. They're all saying that, and then the poems just end up being like masterpieces.
you sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good.
That's what I'm saying. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't always mean I always feel that way, you know? Fake it till you make it.
I see.
Well, let's read it then. Hole in the Wall. This is... Why am I drawing a blank on her name? Monica! Monica's poem. It couldn't have been me. See, the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. I'm sorry. I'm not laughing because I think it's funny or like dumb.
She's so deep. I wasn't expecting it to be this deep. I almost feel like her poem is deeper than Yuri's, and Yuri's supposed to be the emo one in the group, is my observation, in my opinion.
Stretching forever into everything, a hall of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out, and he on the other side was looking in. Hers is tricky for me to interpret. I'm not very good at analyzing poetry, to be honest. I'm not a big poetry reader, or so as far as interpretation, I'm not going to try to figure out what she means. Okay, maybe I could read it again. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the sparkle protrudes. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hall of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in. I was looking out. Oh!
Huh? Oh. Okay.
And he on the other side was looking in. Kind of makes sense. But I'm not going to try to interpret it. Maybe she'll explain. So, what did you think?
It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback.
It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. Oh, so she's like a spoken word poet. Is that what it's called? Spoken word? I should just not even try to act like I know what I'm talking about. It's true when they say don't speak on things that you don't understand, that you don't know. What was the inspiration behind this one? I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Yeah, it is. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Oh, alright.
Damn, girl.
Alright then. She's like, I'm not gonna tell you that easy. You have to work for it. I respect it. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this is if you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Good advice for any writing, not just poetry. Thanks for listening. Writing is hard. Yuri said it best when she was explaining writing. You have to be vulnerable. Okay, last but certainly not least is Natsuki. Let's go. She already doesn't know what to say. Well, it's about what I expected from someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke my emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your tastes. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. She's like, oh, how dare you call me cute? Well, anyway, I guess I need to show you mine. Not that you like it. What happened? Oh. That's a new development. The music. It's so fitting for Natsuki. Eagles can fly. No, I need to read it in her voice. Eagles can fly. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try, but that's about it. Hey! Ding, 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 ding. She's gone bars. Very good. I loved it. To be honest, I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it, but he hasn't even decided. I liked it, Natsuki. If he doesn't like it, okay, good. I was gonna say, if our character doesn't like it... What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. That's true. It's too much pressure. So people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems? For people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. She's supposed to be a rapper. Natsuki, the J-pop rapper. I'd listen to her music. If she came in with... Oh, wait. What's the line from Blackpink? Here I come kicking the door. Exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. She's a rapper, guys. That's my not canon theory. Natsuki is low-key a rapper. Like in this poem, seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. It's deep too. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. That's what I'm saying, wordplay. Rapper. Like I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. Rapper. How many times am I gonna say that? It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. Look at the smug look on her face. She knows she did good. It's very rapper-esque. What?
I'm loving it. I'm here for this. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decide to humor her with the last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki's feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Phew, I guess that's everyone. Yeah, finally, we made it through the poems. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me from my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monica are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. A bit judgmental there, Natsuki? I guess you could say it's fancy. Oh, kind of a backhanded compliment, but thank you. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Uh-oh. Here we go. Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. Just meant the language. I guess. I was trying to say something nice. You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it really didn't come out nice at all. Oh my god, I'm scared of Natsuki. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it, and Popo did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me? I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a lot of time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I came across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't. And Popo liked my poem too, you know? Uh-oh, the girls are fighting. Guys, it's okay. Both your poems can coexist beautifully together. They're both very beautiful poems and very nice poems in their own right? He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki suddenly stand. Oh, the music stopped, guys. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri. That's not what Yuri stands up as well. Maybe you're just jealous that Popo appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. Huh? And how do you know that he didn't appreciate my advice more? Okay, guys, come on. Are we really? Are you that full of yourself? What is up with this narrative? The girls are always fighting over who? Moi? My character doesn't even know what he's doing. No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy. Is everyone okay? Yeah, Sayori's here to be the mediator. Well, you know what? I wasn't the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Popo started showing up. Oh!
Big boobs? What? Child. Anyway, so...
Natsuki, that's a little. This doesn't involve you. Oh my god, this escalated quickly. I don't like fighting, guys. Suddenly, both girls turned towards me as if they noticed I was standing there. Popo, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. If she could get over herself and learn to appreciate that simple writing is more effective, why can't both styles be effective in their own way? Difference doesn't mean one's bad, one's worse than the other. They're just different. Then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. What's the point in making your poems all convoluted for no reason? The meaning should jump out to the reader, not force them to have to figure it out. Help me explain that to her, Popo. Wait, there's a reason we have so many deep and expressive words in our language. Tell her! It's the only way to convey complex feelings and meaning the most effectively. Avoiding them is not only unnecessarily limiting to yourself, it's also a waste. You understand that, right, Popo? Oh my god, we're two in between this. Well, both of them. Z. Crickets. How did I get dragged into this in the first place? You know what? That's a good point. He didn't really do anything to cause the fight, but this isn't a fight about poetry. We know this isn't a fight about poetry. We know who they're really fighting about. Us. It's not like I know anything about writing, but whomever I agree with, they'll probably think more highly of me. So of course. Oh no! I have to choose! I agree with Yuri, but I don't want to hurt Natsuki. But if I bring Sayori into it, it's a little bit unfair. Okay, I'm gonna trust myself and agree with Yuri, but I'm gonna lose points with Natsuki. You know what? It's okay. I'm gonna agree with Yuri. Natsuki, you're right that I liked your poem. See? Wait. That's not an excuse for you to be so me. Maybe I chose the wrong choice. You shouldn't pick a fight just because someone's opinion is different. That's not what happened at all. Yuri wouldn't even take my poem seriously. Oh no, wait! I should have brought Sayori into it! I understand. Yuri. Huh? You're a seriously talented writer. It's no secret that I was impressed. Well, here's the thing. No matter how simple or refined someone's writing style is, they're still putting feelings into it and it becomes something really personal. Oh, maybe I did make the right choice. That's why Natsuki felt threatened when you said her poem was cute. I see. Natsuki also just doesn't like being called cute in general, so she should know that by now. I didn't notice that. I'm sorry. But Natsuki, you took it way too far. Yuri means well, and if you just told her how you felt, then this wouldn't have happened in the first place. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. But she was mean. It was her that... Natsuki, I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fist. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. If I chose Natsuki, what direction would this have taken? Would she have apologized? If I brought Sayori into it, would they both have apologized? I don't know. It feels a little bit like there wasn't a win-win situation or a right choice in this situation. Or maybe there was and it's just a morality thing. I don't know. She's trapped at this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. Regardless, they both should apologize to each other. I end up even feeling bad for her. I feel bad for her a little bit too. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori's such a sweetheart, always has everybody's best interest at heart. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm going to do that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches her own poem up from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples up the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. No. This did not go how I imagined. Natsuki! She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. I can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Popo. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So... Huh? What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person. Okay? Yeah. Wow. That was crazy. Natsuki stormed out. Anyway. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. Well, I'd say it was worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Popo, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, I did learn a little more about the kinds of poem everyone likes. With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Popo, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Uh-huh. Sayori beams at me. It truly has been a while since Sayori and I spent this much time together. I can't really say I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. What do you mean? You know, between Yuri and Natsuki? Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've ever seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. I can see why they'd make good friends with you. Phew! You know, Popo, it's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club. But I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. And I think everyone really likes you too. That's, Every day is going to be so much fun. Sigh. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Oh. Wouldn't it be fine if it did? I'm just asking. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I pat Sayori on the shoulder. I said that more to myself than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go Oh!
Like damn, she helped me out.
Another mini game. Now I know how to actually play the mini game, so we're gonna do this correctly this time. I'm gonna tell you guys who I have in mind as well. I don't see why not. I'm going for Yuri this time. Oh, okay. Variants. Vivacious. All right. I'm on the right track. I'm doing this right. Okay. Heartbeat, cute, climax. Uncanny. That's very Yuri. Unstable. Ambient or ambient. Hurt, unending. She seems kind of existential. So I'm gonna go with existence. Pout? Pout seems like a Natsuki word. Prayer. Analysis. Passion. Okay, that was Sayori. That's okay. Vitality. Embrace. Anxiety. Okay. I don't know. Rain cloud. Ah, dang it. Disoriented?
Thank you.
Cry, explode. Boop. Boop. Okay. I kind of had a feeling that would be Natsuki, but it was so dang cute, I couldn't resist. Portrait? Heaven sent, sugar, silly, bed, bubbles, email, rainbow, depression.
Nani?
Why did Sayori jump for the word depression? Sayori, are you okay, girl? Is that whole thing a facade? Like, what's going on? Talk to us. Melancholy, I know, is Yuri. Incongruent. Frightening. She seems like a Halloween girly. Family, shame, sunny, melody. Oh, that's Natsuki. Why am I so mad that it's Natsuki? Nothing against Natsuki. We just didn't have the best first impression. Or second. Or third, really. Together, fester. What a fester. Yeah, that was Yuri's. See, I know my girl. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Hi, Popo. Yo, Sayori, okay? What? Looks like you're in a good mood today.
I'm just still not used to you being in the club, that's all.
I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway.
Speaking of which, I'm kind of hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack?
No thanks.
Huh? That's not like you at all.
Yeah, why not? Go with her. I keep doing that. There's
The right button on the mouse. When I right click, the text bubble disappears entirely. So I don't know why.
I guess maybe if there's an image, like the spicy image we got last time, they want us to have it in full HD. That's what I'm assuming. I don't know. I have my reasons. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Boundaries? Hello?
Oh, why all of a sudden?
No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Cap, no, tell us. Why do you want to look in her purse so bad? Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. The fact that she's actually giving it to him is crazy. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out.
In terms of money, we have no money.
Insufficient funds.
It's okay, girlie. I'm broke too. Damn. That was not very nice. Unless he's trying to like make a move in order to buy her the snacks. But I don't see how his response leads to that because he explicitly said no thank you, implying that he's not intending on taking her to buy snacks. Let's see how this plays out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori.
That's not fair. How did you even know?
It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you would have bought a snack before coming into the classroom. So, either you're hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan to conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some.
Oh, you have got to be kidding me.
He's not even trying to make a move. He's just calling her out, which is even worse, if I'm being honest. He's just putting a spotlight on her. I don't know. Is Sayori's intentions to trick us into borrowing her money or to trick us into taking her to the shop? I don't know. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. And so that leaves the one option.
What? I give up. Don't make me feel guilty.
If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. So she was plotting. That's funny though. Yuri suddenly giggles. Huh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always.
I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri, tell Popo to let me borrow some money. Just take the girl to the store for the snack. Just buy it for her. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. She's saying that to me, or it feels like personal. It's okay. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. All right, Miss Justice, Judge Judy. I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed into my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much, but it's a fun side of you. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept its revolution. And now I have to accept the revolution.
Retribution.
That.
You speak your truth, Sayori.
Still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there?
How many people have you seen chuckle at that phrase? At someone saying to them they have a little devil inside of them, and then you just go, oh, stop. You're bad girl. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me.
But you wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes.
So I had to trick Natsuki into make— Oh!
Huh?
The truth comes out. She had to trick Natsuki into making the cupcakes too. That wasn't just something that was there. She had a whole plan. Sayori, you're way more than meets the eye. Come on. Give me more credit than that, Sayori. Ahaha. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk.
Ciao Sammy. Qual è il tuo preferito?
The image in my head is so vivid. Just whack! It's not funny. Who threw something at Sayori? Pwap! Oh my god, Pwap is even funnier. Ow! What was— a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. I bet you Natsuki threw that. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution? It's retribution! Oh, she's so cute. Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I knew it was Natsuki with a devious smile on her face. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction though. Natsuki? That's so nice of you. Only Sayori can say it's nice of someone to chuck a cookie at her face. I'm so happy! Sayori hugs the cookie. Geez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly clasps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue! Oh, ouch. That's very painful. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, this reminds me of that one clip of Food Rosie. Like, Rosie trying to go for Jenny's cereal box, and Jenny was like, no, you can't have it.
I put you in a headlock.
It's a little Blackpink insert there. Anyway, beggars can't be choosers, but yours is chocolate. Yeah? Why do you think I gave that one to you? Fine. Still, I'm really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat and goes behind that. She loves doing that. Behind Natsuki, then wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off her. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Oh my god. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Full Sayori trot. She just booked it. Like, Monica, can you tell Sayori? Huh? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. That's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today. She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a— I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me, she said. Speak for yourselves, girls. I'm hot. Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. There you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all. You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances at me. Oh, never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware you played music as well, Monica. I don't really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? Ooh. Ooh. Not the flirtatious action. I sense chemistry. In that case, I won't let you down, Popo. All right. Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry. I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks. So, I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I chose to leave out Sari's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up
Need backup.
Why am I'm so ahead of myself. Here we are. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. Okay. It looks like everyone has settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Yuri's back to her book, and Natsuki disappeared into the closet. Why is she always in there? It's manga. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more, but at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book that she lent me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Crap, I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks another glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper into the book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I mutter this, sensing I made her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just reading a bit of this, so... That's the book that you gave me, right? I wanted to reread some of it, not for any particular reason. Just curious. How come you have 2 copies of the same book? Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious here that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. Did she buy the book so they could read it together? So it could be like, you know how it is like when...
Have you ever had a dream that you want him to do you so much you could do anything?
You and your crush are doing something at the same time in separate locations, and they're like, oh, I'm reading my book. What are you doing? Oh, I'm just reading my book. That's kind of cute. Dang. This game has me in a chokehold. Anyway, it's too late now. This is my fixation. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's it about anyway? Well, Yuri closes the book and scans her eyes over the back. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front cover. Alright, I just wanted to make sure I don't accidentally give anything away. Basically, it's about this girl in high school who moves in with her long-lost young sister. But as soon as she does so, her life gets really strange. She gets targeted by these people who escaped from a human experiment prison. And while her life is in danger, she needs to desperately choose who to trust. No matter what she does, she ends up destroying most of her relationships and her life starts to fall apart. Morbid. That's kind of dark, isn't it? Yuri made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so the dark turn came from nowhere. If the lighting changed, I'm sorry. It's because I don't have great light right now. It's very gloomy outside. Actually, I'll show you. Bit of a gloomy day. Let's continue. Yuri gently giggles all of a sudden. Are you not a fan of that sort of thing, Popo? No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside. Her mind seems to be completely different. Shy girl. It's always the shy ones. It's just that those kinds of stories, they challenge you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because they have their own goals or their own philosophy that they believe in. Then suddenly, when you thought you related to the protagonist, They're made out to be the naive one for letting their one-sided morals interfere with their villain's plan. I'm rambling, aren't I? Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then, but I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
No, I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. Exactly. Not a bad thing. The least I can do is listen. At least he pays attention. It's a literature club after all. Say it again.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
You don't have to.
Ahaha. What are you saying? Just a moment ago you said you were looking forward to it. Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieve the book that I happen to put in my bag. Alright, it's fine if I sit here, right? I slip into the seat next to Yuri's.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
She's just shy. I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just...
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
I do. I don't really mean to.
She's just been brainwashed. No, what I mean is, we're kind of conditioned to apologize like all the time. I just apologize for existing sometimes. And I have to unlearn how to apologize like 50 times. It's a problem. It's fine.
I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean...
Ah ha 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 ha. God, that laugh. You're here. This should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my hand more between the two of them.
I suppose so.
Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, oh, our shoulders are almost touching! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay, I had to make sure it was on.
LOL.
But oh my god! Reading side by side? It's like a movie. It's just a game. But why does it have me gag in a little bit? I already read that. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Wow, this is such a nice shot! Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and her forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Last time we were flirting with Sayori, now he's flirting with Yuri. I'm starting to think I can't control who he flirts with because the illusion of choice. That's what this is.
Are you ready? To turn the page.
Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her.
That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Probably the least I could do, since you've been so patient with me.
Yeah, thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assume that she finishes the page before me, so I turn it by my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, Turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little. Oh, we've all used that line. Or heard it, at least. This character kind of
Reminds me of you.
like very unoriginal, but I'll give it to him. You think so? How does she? Well, I guess she's more blunt in a lot of ways, but she also second guesses all the things that she says and does. Like she's afraid she'll do something wrong. It's not that like I can see into your head or anything, but they're kind of reminiscent of your mannerisms. I see. Yuri remained silent for a moment. But Popo, that's probably a terrible thing to have in common with her. That's so embarrassing that you think that. Wait, I didn't mean it in a bad way or anything. Sorry, I really didn't know you were self-conscious about that sort of thing. I guess I more meant it's kind of cute. Good save. What are you saying all of a sudden? Alright, Monica, just interrupt the moment, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think it's about time we share today's poems with each other. We might not have enough time if we wait too long. Yuri exhales, spared from finishing her thought. Is that alright, Yuri? You look kind of down. I'm sorry if you haven't been looking forward to this. It's not. It's fine. Yuri releases her hand from the book, causing it to close on top of my thumb. Alright, I guess I'll do some more reading tonight. Or would you prefer I only read it with you?
I guess I don't have much of a preference either way.
In that case, I'll read a little more tonight. It'll be more fun to read with you after it picks up a bit, you know?
That's good reasoning. In that case, feel free to finish the first 2 chapters in your own time.
Alright. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, then slip it into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay, full circle. This is where we started. This is where we're probably gonna end the video. I mean, not right now. I mean, I'm gonna go through all the characters and then end the video. Don't worry, we're almost at the end. Last time we started with Yuri. This time let's start with Natsuki. Her last poem didn't end very well for her. Poor Natsuki, I felt so bad.
I liked your last one better.
Makes sense. We kind of wrote this one with Yuri in mind. Really?
Well, yeah, I can tell you were a little more daring with this one, but you're really not good enough for that yet. It fell flat.
That may be true, but I just wanted to try something different. I'm still figuring this all out.
I mean, I always like poems that aren't trying too hard. I hate when people try to sound fancy or add more meaning just by using annoying and complicated language. Just make it simple, cute, and to the point. Yuri's head over heels for all the cryptic nonsense, but I see right through that BS. Ha!
What does she have against Yuri?
Making your reader look so hard for all this deep meaning is just an excuse to have no meaning at all.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Okay. She does know that it's possible to write in her style without putting down a different... Anyway, I guess that's one way to look at it.
Well, everyone has their own opinion, but my opinion is the best opinion. I'm sure you figured that out already. Anyway, here's my poem. Maybe you'll learn something. I mean, I loved her last poem. Let's see what MC Natsuki has for us today. Oh, it's longer this time. Amy likes spiders. You know what I heard about Amy? Amy likes spiders. Icky, wrinkly, hairy, ugly spiders. That's why I'm not friends with her. Amy has a cute singing voice. I heard her singing my favorite love song. Every time she sang the chorus, my heart would pound to the rhythm of the words, but she likes spiders. Okay, I lost the rhythm. That's why I'm not friends with her. One time I hurt my leg really bad. Amy helped me up and took me to the nurse. I tried not to let her touch me. She likes spiders, so her hands are probably gross.
Oh my god! Oh jeez, oh my god!
That's
crazy. That's why I'm not friends with her. Emmy has a lot of friends. I always see her talking to people. She probably talks about spiders. What if her friends start to like spiders too? That's why I'm not friends with her. It doesn't matter if she has other hobbies. It doesn't matter if she keeps it private. It doesn't matter if she doesn't hurt anyone. It's gross. She's gross. The world is better off without spider lovers. I agree. Spiders?
Spiders are so gross.
Like, they have 1,000,000 legs and 900 eyes. And I'm gonna tell everyone. I've never agreed more with the poem. Alright, her poem is nice. I like it. The bars didn't hit as hard as they did last time, but, we tried. Not bad, right? It's quite a bit longer than yesterday's. Yesterday's was way too short. I was just warming up. I hope you didn't think that was the best I could do. No, of course not. Anyway, the message is pretty straightforward in this poem. I doubt I have to explain it. No, sometimes you can explain complicated issues with much simpler analogies. And it helps people realize how stupid they're being. Like, anyone would agree that the subject of this poem is an ignorant jerk. Do you know people like that? Of course, it's about how everyone thinks that doesn't matter. It can be about anything. She really took that last poetry reading personal. I promise my house isn't haunted. That's just been happening for weeks now. So sorry for the glitching. That doesn't matter. It can be about anything. I wrote it to be easy to relate to. Everyone has some kind of weird hobby or guilty pleasure. Something that you're afraid if people find out, they'd make fun of you or think less of you. But that just makes people stupid. Who cares what someone likes, as long as they're not hurting anyone and it makes them happy? Good point. I think people really need to learn to respect others for liking weird things. Yeah, that's very true. A nice sentiment. Well, you're definitely right. At least I can relate to that, and I'm sure a lot of other people can too. It's what I do best, after all. I don't like writing unless there's a good message to take away from it. Like, conveying emotions is important, but I want to make people think, not just feel. Remember that. I'm gonna write a good one for tomorrow too, so look forward to it. Who should I show my poem to next? Monica. Hi again, Popo. How's the writing going? Alright, I guess. I'll take that. As long as it's not going bad. I'm happy that you're applying yourself. Maybe soon you'll come up with a masterpiece. Ahaha, I wouldn't count on that. You never know. Want to share what you wrote for today? Sure. Here you go. I give my poem to Monica. Why is it Monica in the minigames? Wait. Is it because she's the club leader and she's the one analyzing everyone's, like, a teacher? That's just what I'm gonna assume, because she's the president of the club? I don't know if that logic adds up, honestly. It just doesn't make any sense. Why? Alright. Great job, Popo. I was going, oh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure. I wish we could read what we write in the poems. Just make for a much more interesting dynamic, I think. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism. Unlike Sayori, who likes using simple and direct words to describe happiness and sadness, Yuri likes it when readers are left to derive their own meaning out of it. It's very challenging to write like that effectively, both allowing people to get something out of it just by feel, or letting them deeply analyze all the nuances. It can take years of practice, which I'm assuming Yuri has at this point. I never really asked though. I'm sure I'm nowhere near her level yet. Don't worry so much about that. You do your own thing. Just keep exploring and learn by trying new things. But anyway, you want to read my poem now? I like the way this one turned out, so I hope you do too. Alright, let's take a look. Save me. The colors. They won't stop. Bright, beautiful colors. Flashing, expanding, piercing. Red, green, blue. An endless cacophony of meaningless noise. The noise, it won't stop. violent, grating, waveforms, squeaking, screeching, piercing, sine, cosine, tangent. Like playing a chalkboard on a turntable, like playing a vinyl on a pizza crust. I love the analogies he uses. An endless poem of meaningless. Load me. Load me. Interesting. Her second poem is very interesting. It's even more abstract than your last one, huh? I guess it's just the way I write. I'm sorry if you don't like it. No, I never said that. It's just a kind of thing I've never really seen before, I guess. Kind of like playing with space on the paper. Choosing where and how to space your words can totally change the mood of the poem. It's almost like magic. The way I wrote the lines really short makes it feel like they're trying to speak over the noise. I see. It's still hard for me to tell what it's about, though. Sometimes asking what a poem is about isn't the right question. A poem can be as abstract as a physical expression or a feeling. If that's the case, then what I got out of that poem is that the words are as meaningless as the message he's trying to convey, or the feeling the person feels she feels.
That
I don't know. Poetry is a total mystery to me, to be honest. Or a conversation with the reader. So putting it that way, not every poem is about something. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. She always gives us tips. Sometimes you find yourself facing a difficult decision. When that happens, don't forget to save your game. Save. I saved. Thanks, Monica. You never know when you might change your mind, or when something unexpected may happen. Wait, is this even a tip about writing? What am I even talking about? She's just casually breaking the fourth wall. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening.
Yes, girl boss Monica!
Give us those tips. I'm kidding. But I mean, she is an innovator. She mentioned in the last episode how she'd rather start something new than follow the trends. And that's how you become a true entrepreneur, true innovator. 2 people left. Should we continue? What time is it? I'm gonna wait till it hits 4 o'clock. It's currently 3:41. So let's just keep going.
It's gonna be a long video.
Oh, I like this one, Popo. It has some nice feelings in it. Oh, I'm glad. I guess you caught me. Oh, wait. Still though, your tone makes it sound like you liked yesterday's poem better. I guess you caught me. Sometimes you know me a little too well for my own good. Well, don't just try to be nice about it. No one likes Yuri's writing style for whatever reason. If I'm doing a bad job, then I'd rather just hear it. I guess that's the point, you know? You pick words that you think the person will like. I wonder what Yuri will say. She'll probably be like, are you copying me? No. I still like this one, I promise. You know I wouldn't lie to you, Popo. Never. Ever. Yeah, I guess so. What made yesterday's poem so great compared to this one then? Ooh, she's telling us. Well, I'm not very good at figuring out if poems are good or bad, but that's why I just go by my heart. If it makes me feel things, then it must be a good poem. I'm not sure that's exactly how it works. Then again, I guess conveying feelings is a pretty important part of this whole thing. Yeah, maybe. Honestly, I don't even know what kind of writing you like in the first place. Yeah, me neither. Why don't you at least try giving it some thought? Aw, you want to write something for me? That's so sweet. Yeah, right. But you're always thinking about other people. You need to think about yourself once in a while. If you don't, you might end up getting hurt at some point. Huh? Well, I don't really know what you mean, but I'll try to keep it in mind. Well, whatever. I guess I like happy poems. Wait, sometimes I like sad poems too. Sometimes a little bit of both. There's a word for that, right? What's the word I'm looking for? Bittersweet. Oh, yeah. I like things that are happy and things that are sad. I can't see you liking something sad, Sayori. Well, I like happy the most. But sometimes when you have a little rain cloud in your head, a sad poem can help give the rain cloud a little hug and make a nice happy rainbow. Sayori, that's unexpectedly poetic. She's got the chops. She's got writing chops. It is? She just doesn't know it. Maybe I'm getting better at expressing my feelings after all. Thanks, Popo. I should go write that down then. You can read my poem now, okay? This one's titled Bottles. This is Sayori's poem. I pop off my scalp. What? I pop off my scalp like the lid of a cookie jar. It's a secret place where I keep all my dreams. Little balls of sunshine all rubbing together like a bundle of kittens. I reach inside with my thumb and forefinger and pluck one out. It's warm and tingly, but there's no time to waste. I put it in a bottle to keep it safe, and I put the bottle on the shelf with all the other bottles. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts in bottles in a row. My collection makes me lots of friends. Each bottle a starlight to make amends. Sometimes my friends feel a certain way. Down comes a bottle to save the day. Night after night, more dreams. Friend after friend, more bottles. Deeper and deeper. This is kind of dark. I guess that's what she was saying. Sadness and happiness kind of combined in this poem. Deeper and deeper my fingers go. She's stretching herself too thin. She's just giving and giving and giving. Deeper and deeper my fingers go, like exploring a dark cave, discovering the secrets hiding in the nooks and crannies. Digging and digging, scraping and scraping. I blow dust off my bottle caps. It doesn't feel like time elapsed. My empty shelf could use some more. My friends look through my locked front door. Finally, all done, I open up, and in come my friends. In they come in such a hurry. Do they want my bottles that much? I frantically pull them from the shelf, one after the other, holding them out to each and every friend, each and every bottle. But every time I let one go, it shatters against the tile between my feet. Happy thoughts, happy thoughts, happy thoughts, in shards all over the floor. They were supposed to be for my friends who aren't smiling. They're all shouting, pleading, something, but all I hear is echo, 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 echo inside my head. Whoa! Profound and very vulnerable, if I'm being honest. I liked hers the most, but I haven't read Yuri's yet, so let's not say it. Holy crap! Sayori, did you really write this? Of course I did. She's like, get with the program. Did I not tell you yesterday I was gonna write the best poem ever? Yeah, but she's like, didn't I tell? I love this energy, Sayori. Give me more. Give me more. Give me more. What? I mean, I didn't expect something like this coming from you. Monica taught me a whole lot, and I've been really in touch with my feelings recently. I see that. It's almost kind of creepy. Creepy? Well, not exactly. Maybe because I'm so used to you being cheerful. Well, never mind. I'm thinking too hard about it. The point is, it came out good, so you should be proud of it. Aw, thanks. I feel like I was meant to express myself this way. It even helps me understand my own feelings a little better. Writing is like magic. You've gotten pretty passionate about this, huh? I hope you keep it up. Yeah, writing's the best. I'm gonna keep writing until I die. Don't get ahead of yourself. Sayori's always had a habit of getting obsessed with something before dropping it no more than a couple of weeks. And that's on ADHD. I wonder if this is one of those times. But seeing the passion in her eyes makes it hard for me to be pessimistic. Who should I show? There's no one else. There's no one else. It is Yuri's moment. Let's see what you've written for today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Popo, how did you pick up on this quickly? Guys, she likes it! Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer her patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. I like that she feels seen. Okay, once we're done talking to Yuri and we read her poem, I'm going to tell you who's at the top of my list and who's at the bottom right now in terms of, I mean, this is technically a dating simulation, right? I'm supposed to be kind of choosing. I can't date all of them, right? So stay tuned to see who's my favorite member and who's my least favorite member. I love all of them, but they can't all be number one. Do you know what I mean?
It probably sounds really stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy.
Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it.
I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me.
Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. I mean, everyone is kind of a bit judgmental about her writing style, but here nor there. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today?
Yeah, I do. If it's with you.
The Raccoon. The titles are so funny.
It happened in the dead of night, while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an ordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of my bread, my subconscious well aware of the consequences, well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was a symptom, the bread, my hungry curiosity, the raccoon, an urge, the moon, increments its phase and reflects that much more light off my cutting knife, the very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. Oh, she's the raccoon. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's.
I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can begin to imagine what this poem is about.
That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style, using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them.
Yeah, I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean.
Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in a more unusual hobbies. Those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself, so I sometimes enjoy writing about them.
Huh, that's funny. Did Natsuki also write something about that? They're two sides of the same coin. About someone being ridiculed for strange interests.
She did?
Yeah. I hope they share their poems and see that they're more alike than they think. She was talking about, because let's get along. Do you know what I'm saying? She was talking about how it doesn't matter what you're into as long as you're not hurting anybody.
She's right. I mean, does she really feel that way?
Yeah. Sounds like you two have that in common.
That's interesting. To me, she seemed like the kind of person who would make fun of my hobbies. But I suppose that's my fault for judging, isn't it? Please don't tell her I said that.
Don't worry. I have no reason to.
Okay, well, thank you for sharing it with me. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad that you're a good listener. Okay, everyone. All right, before we get to hear what Monica has to say, so far we've read all their poems, and I think that at the top of my list is obviously Yuri, followed by Sayori, and then I think it's a tie between Monica and Natsuki. I'm gonna say it's a tie between the two because I don't know who can go up and who can go down. I can't necessarily say that one's above the other because I don't know much about Monica. She's also not in the minigame, so it leaves me wondering why. I'm suspicious a little bit. And as far as Natsuki, I think that it's just the way that she expresses herself is very, like, a bit hot-tempered, forward. She's blunt, but I like it. I think she gets things going. She pushes buttons, moves things forward. That's just how she is. And she has really good insight. Also, the rapping, I can get behind that. She's very rhythmic with the way she writes her poems. Yeah,
That's where I stand. I just wanted to give a full picture as far as playing this game. Let's see what Monica has to say, and then we'll continue, and then we'll finish the gameplay. We're all done reading each other's poems, right? I have something extra planned today, so if anyone could come sit at the front of the room. Is it about the festival? Well, sort of. Do we really have to do something for the festival? It's not like we can put together anything good in just a few days. We'll just end up embarrassing ourselves instead of getting any new members. That's a concern of mine as well. I don't really do well with last-minute preparations. Don't worry so much. We're going to keep it simple, okay? We won't need much more than a few decorations. Sierra's been working on posters and I've designed some pamphlets we can give out during the event. Okay, that's great and all, but that doesn't tell us what we're actually going to be doing for the event. Sorry. I thought you heard about it already. We're going to be performing. Performing? Yuri can't even say it. Monica? Yeah? We're going to have a poetry performance. Yo? Each of us are going to choose a poem to recite during the event. But the cool part is, we're also going to let anyone else come up and recite poems too. Sari's putting it on all the posters in case anyone wants to prepare ahead of time. Sari, who's been coloring a poster, holds it up for us to see. Are you kidding me, Monica? You didn't already start putting those posters up, did you? Well, I did. Do you really think it's that bad of an idea? Well, no, it's not a bad idea, but I didn't sign up for this, you know? There's no way I'm going to be performing in front of a group of people like that. I agree with Natsuki. I could never in my life do something like that. Imagining it, Yuri shakes her head in fear. Guys! No, Sayori, I understand where they're coming from. Remember that Natsuki and Yuri have never shared their poems with anyone until just a couple of days ago. It's a lot to ask for them to recite their poems out loud for a whole room full of people. I guess I kind of overlooked that. So I'm sorry. But I still think we should give it our best. We're the only ones responsible for the fate of this club. If we start the event and each put on a good performance, then it will inspire others to do the same. And the more people who perform, the better we'll be able to show everyone what literature is all about. Yeah, it's about expressing our feelings, being intimate with yourself, finding new horizons, and having fun. That's right. And it's those reasons that we're all in this club today. Don't you want to share that with others? To inspire them to find the same feeling that brought you here in the first place? I know you do. I know we all do. And if all it takes is standing in front of the room for 2 minutes and reciting a poem, then I know you can do it. They both have nothing to say. Natsuki and Yuri remain silent. Sayori looks worried. I guess that leaves me no choice. I agree. I don't think it's too much to ask. I think that Sayori and Monica have been trying really hard to get new members. The last we can do is help them out a little bit. Well, maybe, but it looks like Natsuki doesn't have any arguments left. Ooh, okay, fine. I guess I'll just have to get it over with. All right. Phew. Thanks, Natsuki. What about you, Yuri? Yuri dejectedly glances around at everyone else's expectant faces. I guess I don't really have a choice. That's everyone! You're the best, Yuri. This club is seriously going to be the death of me. Oh gosh. You'll be fine, Yuri. But anyway, let's move on to the main event. I want each of you to choose a poem of yours. We're going to practice reciting them in front of each other. Okay, before we get into any of that, I think I've played for long enough. So let's call it a day. I'm happy with where we're stopping for now. Wow. What an interesting episode. A lot happened. Also, I'm wearing pigtails today. I forgot to mention at the start of the video. I wanted to match the girls' kind of vibe. What would my hairstyle be if I was in the literature club? Again, not very scary. This game is a lot longer than I thought, so I'm going to have to speed up a bit on playing and putting out videos. That's all for today. This is episode 2 of Doki Doki Literature Club. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe if you want to see more of the series. If you want to see me actually finish the game, it's going to happen. Can't tell you when. Yeah, thank you. And I'll see you next time. Goodbye.